Hey, good afternoon, you all. Just want to say thank you all for returning to my old channel. I know that lots of people that were subscribed to the channel, about 57,000 of you. That's a lot of channel subscribers. I really appreciate you guys for subscribing to my channel. I really do, and watching and coming around and hanging out with me. In this video, you all, trapping season, hunting season, and for me, tanning season is right around the corner. And one of the ways that I get prepared for that is, for one thing, I'll start checking the woods, where I'm going to trap and where I'm going to hunt for the sign of the animals, and just start, watching. And now that you can put a camera up, you can see what's going on in that particular part of the, in your hunting area. But today I'm looking for some rotted wood, you guys, to use to smoke skins. I'm going to show that on a video this year. I've got a video on my channel already on how to do that, but I've been asked if I would do it again and do a whole just like a little series on how to get the material, how to prepare the skin, and how to smoke the skin. So I'm going to show that. I think that would be very useful for people who are, in dire need of those kind of things. And I like to utilize the skins that I have, whether it's a squirrel skin or a deer skin, or even a bear skin. I like to utilize those things. So what we're going to do in this video is we're going to tromp around here a little while, see what we can see. And when I find that log, I'll mark it, and then I'll come back with a couple of sacks, and I'll sack me up some of that material, take it home, and just let it dry, okay, and just let it sit there and dry out, so that when I get ready to smoke, that I can use that. Now, one of the reasons I don't like to use green wood to do that with is because it imparts a peculiar smell, like especially walnut or some tree like that right there that has a very strong odor. That stays in that skin just basically forever. If I use walnut especially to smoke a skin, it will stain the skin, of course, but it also, that smoky smell, or that smell from that smoke, will stay into that skin, and you can't really get rid of it, hardly at all. So that's what we're going to do. And you can see I'm using a knife here that my buddy Jimmy Newton, Uncle Sasquatch Outdoors, sent me. It's a Russell 2022. Jimmy made that knife for me, and that right there is just one useful knife, you all. Now, you might check Jimmy out. Sometimes he'll get in the mood to make a knife and put it on his channel somewhere, or maybe on his Facebook channel. And you never know, Jimmy might sell you one of these knives. But I can guarantee you one thing: when you get one from him, it ain't going to be junk. These are quality knives that Jimmy puts out. Now, he don't make the blade itself, but Russell Green River Knives. And look at this Carly maple handle he's got on there. This very, very beautiful. So I just want to give Jimmy a plug there, because I can skin any game animal on earth with this knife right here, you all. I can skin, quarter, whatever I want to do with this little old knife right here. Thing stays sharp, and I'll guarantee you it is quality. Anyway, let's get up and mosey around here and see what we can find. See if I can find a dead log and whatever else I see. I know one thing, you all, it has been one dry summer here in the state of Virginia, in my neck of the woods. We haven't had, I don't think, 6 inches of rain all summer long. The woods are really, really dry, and they just lifted the burning ban here in Bland County here just a few days ago, and I bet you they will reinstate that ban before it's over with, because it is extremely dry. And I thought we'd see some different types of mushrooms here, but Mushrooms have to have rain. Most of them do. So I don't see anything in particular growing around here. I do see some Pipsissewa here though. Let's take a look at Pipsissewa. Pipsissewa. See this striped plant right here, you guys? Got that stripe in it. That stuff right there, you guys, was used for bladder ailments. Also, you can use it for a toothache as well. Check that out right there. It's all over the woods. Down here in the lower elevation, you all. It must be wet underneath these leaves right here. Does anybody know what that mushroom is right there? Because I sure don't. And it's probably not one that you can eat. See how blood red that is right there and turned up in that cup? Anybody that watches this video, tell us what this mushroom's name is. And check this out, you all. Whitetail. Wonder what killed this deer right here. That's a good question, you all. Did it just die? Or did a coyote run it down? Or did somebody gut shoot it? This was a young deer, and it was a doe. There are no knobs whatsoever on that skull right there. Interesting. All right, you all, right there is a oak tree. Looks like it's been dead for years. Let me set the camera down so you can see it. It's exactly what we're looking for right there. Just take that stuff, sack it up, take it home. We'll let it dry, and then when we get ready to smoke the skin, we will add that right to our little fire and just make that little smudge pot fire. And this kind of stuff, you guys does a really, really good job. And you can even get your handfuls of your dust just like that right there. That's all rotten tree, but that stuff will smoke a skin through and through, and it won't smell. Okay, that's the whole point of this. All right, you all, the tools of the trade. We've got the traps, we've got the Connie Bear traps, we've got the snares, we've got the coon cuffs, and that's the basic needs. You got the stretching boards. You can see those over in the corner. You see my cutting board there. See some of my fishing gear. I've got some stretchers right here. Hide stretchers. But if you don't have those, you all, somebody asked me this. Of course, you can stretch them up on a wooden board. That's the way they did it. And you make different sizes for, you know, for your mink and your squirrel and stuff like that. These are for coyote and foxes over here, you guys. That's what that size right there for. And big coons. You guys, for large game, if you don't think that you need one of these right here, or small game, either one, that right there, guys, is one of the best things that I ever spent a $100 bill on. I drove all the way to Cabela's up in Harpers Ferry, West Virginia, just to get that from Cabela's, and back then it cost me $100. You can go to Harbor Freight and buy one for less than that, and they're almost basically the same tool. But once you lift your deer bear with this one right here, we'll go up to 400 pounds with the double. Yeah, it's a 400 pounder. And it will lift more than that if you want to try that. But that thing right there, you all, is invaluable. When I was younger, I hung so many deers by hand, it wasn't nowhere near funny, you all. I've still got the hooks in the building here that I used to hang them on. Pick them things up, put the hooks in their legs, and get them up on the horseshoes. I've got horseshoes nailed to the beams in here, and that's how I did it. But if you can afford one of those lifts right there and got a place to put it, that is just one invaluable tool. So, you all, I've got a tanning box right here. There's the fleshing tool. It's just a old draw knife that I turned in, guys, to a fleshing tool. Works really good. You're going to need one of those. I prefer this at this day and age, you guys, to wear rubber gloves. If you don't want to wear them, that's up to you. But there's so many diseases that you can get on a cut in your finger that can kill you now, and you know, take your life after you've done skint something out, go eat it, make you sick and kill you. Wear you some rubber gloves. I mean, these things you can go to Harbor Freight and buy you 30 pairs of them for less than, I think, of about $3. So get you some rubber gloves to use. You'll need scrapers of different types. There's some of the ones that I use. This one I made with the leg bone of a deer. This one's store-bought, and it don't work as good as this one does. What else I got up in here? Small game, you're gonna leave the hair on the tail. You have to have a tail. Well, you don't have to have one, but these things work really good. That's to strip the hide off the tail and leave it intact. Works really, really good. Tanning formula, you all. You can go brains if you want to. You can use eggs if you want to. You can go the traditional way, straight down the road. I don't care. I've done it all. I done been there. I've done it, okay? I've done all those things. Right here's one of the best things on the market. I don't care what anybody says. I've had people get on my videos and argue about that stuff right there. That stuff works. All you got to do is follow the instructions. And they ain't telling me, you know, I'm not plugging them for money, okay? I'm just showing you. That stuff works. Follow the instructions. So, you got to have your tools, you all, for your tanning, your skinning. Right here, you all, is a tomahawk made for me by my friend Eric, who's a blacksmith, a real blacksmith. You've already seen this in action on another video, I'm sure. I can skin a deer with this right here, and this year, if I'm lucky enough, the Lord blesses me with one, and I've got it with me, and I usually carry it everywhere I go now. I will show you how to skin your deer, dress your game out with this Tama hatchet right here, okay? Because this right here is just one excellent tool, and you can't beat it. So those are just some of the tools that you need. So pre-season, get that stuff in order, get it cleaned up, get it oiled up, get it ready to go. Get your stuff that you're going to do your smoking of your skin. Get that stuff ready so that, you know, when it's time to do it, you don't have to rush out into the woods. Maybe it's pouring the rain, it's snowing, or whatever else it's doing to do all that kind of stuff. Just get all that stuff ready, okay? That's just the way to do it. But anyway, you all, appreciate you watching. Welcome back to the channel. May the good Lord bless you. Have yourself a wonderful day.